Why are ESL teachers, especially in Vietnam, broke?
Yeah. The monies are going somewhere. And one of the most important things where the money goes, women.
If somebody, or if a connection man, or if you pay $4,000 to come to Vietnam, you are already broke.
Guys, if you've enjoyed this video so far, please do me a huge favor and hit the like button and subscribe. These videos take quite a long time to make, so if you could help me out, I'll love you forever. Thank you all for your support.
So come to think of it, how long have you been working in Vietnam?
For more than 2 years.
2 years?
Yes, sure.
Very good. Can you prove to me you have $4,000 in your account?
$4,000?
In your account. Can you prove?
That's 100 million VND.
Yes, 100 million.
No, I don't.
Then I must say you are a disappointed ESL teacher.
What?
What are you doing here? You don't have 4,000 US dollars equivalent to like 100 million VND in your account.
Yeah.
Then you are claiming you've been working for 2 years.
Yeah.
2 good years in Vietnam.
Yes.
And you don't have 100 million VND in your account.
Because I work, I travel, I use the money to travel, I buy stuff, I feed my family back home, I borrow money to my friends, and I don't have that money.
2 years?
Yes. Okay. 2 years I've been to Cambodia, I've been to Malaysia, I've been to Indonesia, I've been to there's other country. What do you think I use for? I use those money for them.
Fine. You've been doing that.
Yes.
Fine.
I rent, I pay this, I pay that.
But this is just $4,000. $4,000.
Why do you call it just?
Because it is just $4,000, 100 million VND.
How do you do your calculations?
Because let me tell you this. How much do you receive monthly?
Let's say, if you can choose a range.
Let's say $1,000.
Okay, let's say $1,000.
Yes, let's say you receive $1,000 monthly.
Yes.
Very good. Let's multiply by, let's say 12 months.
Yeah.
Let's say 22 years, 1 year.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 years is 24.
Okay, so
months.
1 year should give me $10,000.
No, wait. It should give you, let's say 48, we have 48 months.
Yes.
Let's assume you are not working for the 48 months.
Okay.
You are working for, let's say, only 40 months. Okay, 40 months, let's multiply $1,000 by 40 months. That is going to give you how much?
I'm not good at maths though.
Yeah, you're not good at maths?
Yes.
Okay, very good. That is going to give you approximately like $20,000.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Yes. So let's say within 10 months, you are supposed to get like $10,000.
Okay.
And within
so that means 1 year, if you are even receiving $1,000, which is the least any ESL teacher may be paid.
Yeah.
By 1 year, you should have $10,000.
Yes, meaning your net salary. I mean your net salary without expenses. You are supposed to get in 2 years. You are supposed to get like $20,000.
Holy shit!
You are supposed to receive $1,000 every month. So I assume that you've been going to Cambodia, you've been going to India, you've been buying house, you've been buying $4,000. How much is $4,000?
So $4,000 is even less than the salary of 1 year.
Yes.
So what did I do with my money?
Meaning there's a problem.
What? So that brings me to the question: why are ESL teachers, especially in Vietnam, broke?
Yeah.
Because per your analysis, it's so clear that a number of teachers do not have this money in their bank accounts.
They do not have.
To the fact that a lot of teachers go borrowing.
Yes.
And to the fact that there are certain months that we don't work, you see teachers borrowing all around.
Yeah.
So does that mean that? So why are ESL teachers broke?
They even go.
Now you ask me the question. Let me try and break down why ESL teachers are broke. First of all, there are natural causes and there are physical causes.
Yeah.
Now, one of the natural causes I would think is that one of the natural causes that make ESL teachers get broke. Number one is starting on the wrong foot. Start on the wrong foot. For instance, people traveling back from their home country, in African country, you are traveling and then you pay a connection man like $4,000 or $2,000 to facilitate the process for you. Meanwhile, in technicalities, the connection man is really not doing anything. All that he's doing is he's connecting you to an agent in Vietnam. That agent is essentially going to sponsor you, because if you don't have a center or a school in Vietnam, there's no way you can sponsor anybody. So that agent cannot sponsor you.
Yes.
We'll have to work with an agent who needs a teacher and then connect you to the teacher. It is the work of that agent or school to now apply for a work permit and a TLC for you, because that agent cannot apply for a work permit or an agent for you. So that connection man is basically sitting somewhere, not doing anything, just connecting you to agent and taking $4,000 from you. Now, when you come to Vietnam, getting that $4,000 is a big deal. That is your calculation.
It should be easier, but salary. It's a big deal here.
So if somebody, or if a connection man, or if you pay $4,000 to come to Vietnam, you are already broke. It means you are going to work more than one whole year before you can pay out that $4,000. And in Vietnam, making $4,000 is not a joke.
It's not a joke. It's not a joke.
That is one of the first natural reasons I see that people are broke. Number two is that paying an agent to bring you into Vietnam. You paying an agent, for instance. Okay, I already mentioned that. Now, number two is come to Vietnam with a tourist visa. You apply for a tourist visa, thinking that you can come and convert, thinking Vietnam is Canada. No, Vietnam is not Canada. Vietnam is not even Europe. So thinking you take 3 month visa and you've started on a wrong note. Because listen, even if you are able to find a school in that 1 year, when a school realizes that you don't have all these documents, number one, they will take advantage of you. I've seen a number of schools that when they realize you are there with a tourist visa, your visa is expiring very soon and you urgently need them, they will take advantage of you. Number two is that if the school even decide to employ you, you have to go on visa run. Now, visa run means that your visa is up, and in order not to overstay in Vietnam, because if you overstay in Vietnam, they won't just allow you to flee the country. You have to pay for overstay, and they are going to drag you here and there. If that has happened to you before. So if the school decide, you have to now go out of the country, go to either Cambodia, Indonesia, all those countries around. Stay there for some months, awaiting your school to apply. Now, there is a policy in Vietnam here. All the school here, even those who sponsor you, they will ask you to pay fully for the sponsorship or partially. Now, if they ask you to pay partially, you're going to pay like $500. That's the minimum they will give to a newbie like you. Most schools will also tell you to pay all. So if they're sponsoring, going back and forth, if they decide to take all those amounts from you, which most schools will do because they know that you are stranded and you need it the most, that will lead you coming to Vietnam, converting your tourist visa from work visa. You are going to spend like $1,000 as a starter. And it means you have to work for a month, sometimes 2 months, 3 months, 4 months before you can make this amount of money. So that's what I attribute to the natural causes of getting broke, and that's the natural reasons why people are always, or ESL teachers are broke in Vietnam. If I left something out for natural causes, you can leave it in the comment section below. You have anything to add up?
So why ESL teachers are broke? Yes, we are using the word broke because you are not poor, you are broke. Because if you say you are poor, any African who is poor can't travel all the way to Vietnam. Any African who is poor, you can't spend all this flight ticket, fly all the way to Vietnam. Because I keep even getting questions like, why did you come all the way to Vietnam? Yes, we have money. That's why we were able to solicit funds to come to Vietnam.
At least coming from my country to here is around at least $1,000 or $1,200. So in and out is around more than $2,000. And you can't be poor to afford that.
So a poor man even doesn't have a place to stay. But you are in Vietnam, you have a place to stay. You have a place to live, you have shelter. It means you are not poor, but you are broke. Now, coming to the fact that ESL teachers, there are 2 categories of ESL teachers here. We have those from the West and our brothers from Africa.
So basically, we have native teachers and non-native teachers. Natives are made up of those from Canada, UK, America, Australia, and non-natives those from if you who don't speak English or who don't have English as their first language. Because in Ghana, English is our official language, but it's not our first language. Official.
And my points will be based on the fact that African culture is quite different from Western culture. Sometimes, do you know that in school we are not taught financial intelligence?
Yes.
In in Africa.
Right.
But in Western culture, you get some schools who are teaching them about money. They teach them about financial intelligence.
Right.
It means that you can be having money, but you wouldn't know the use of the money, how money works.
Okay.
I have money, but I don't know how money works. It means I will lose the money eventually.
Right.
So you can be gaining $1,000 every month for 2 years, but the money will just fly away. You wouldn't even know where the money has passed.
So money can fly.
It can fly. It can just fly.
I think my money is flying away. My money is flying because I don't know. I've literally used my money for nothing.
Yeah.
I don't spend money to people. I don't. So why is my money flying away?
Yeah. It's just like you'll be gaining the money.
Maybe I'm borrowing too much money to people. Maybe.
Yes.
And I don't return it. Refund it.
Yes. There are factors. There are factors with regards to this, because people ESL. ESL teachers from Africa, some even go to the extent of contacting me for loan.
Whoa.
You understand?
ESL teachers from
Vietnam. In Vietnam.
Contact you for loan.
Loan. I know someone who has been teaching here for 1 year, for 2 years, even contacting you for loan.
Wow.
It means that the person is not poor, but the person is broke. That moment. What is making the person broke? Like how?
And did they tell you why they don't have money and they are requesting money?
No. For me, I don't ask.
Okay.
Why you are asking me money? But the fact that you are asking me for money,
you and newbie asking you for money.
Yeah.
Or even when you were back in Ghana, they were still asking you.
No, even when I was in when I came here.
Okay.
When I came here, they asked me for money.
And he working for 2 years, asking money from you.
Yeah.
It means they are broke.
Yeah, they are
and
broke.
I also get a lot of people
requesting
money. Like I need money, and I even give out money, but I don't get it back.
Yeah. You can't tell me emergency, because if you know financial intelligence, you should guard your money. You should be having savings for emergencies.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
You shouldn't be spending all the monies. You shouldn't be spending all the. There are monies for emergencies and there are monies for expenses.
Okay.
But since they don't know how money works, they channel all their emergency monies to expenses.
Yes, I've heard that a couple of times, emergencies, but to be honest with you, I don't have any emergency money. I only have my savings.
Your savings.
I only have my savings. That's what I use for everything. I don't have money for emergencies, money for expenditure. I have
the savings is the emergency money.
Oh, okay.
You understand? Because the fact that you are saving it means that you are not spending everything.
Okay.
Or you are not channeling everything to your assets.
Okay, so now let's look at why ESL teachers are broke. Let's break it down and let's find solutions.
Very good.
No, number one of the, or do you have number one?
Yes.
Okay.
I have one. That is what you talk about.
Okay.
They already spend the money coming here, and people are living here in debt.
Okay.
Some of the ESL teachers are living here in debt.
Okay.
They already borrowed a lot of money to come to Vietnam. You understand? So when they come here, they are already in a debt of $5,000.
Wow. When are you going to work to earn $5,000 to pay your debt before you start making your real money?
Yeah. So when I get my $1,000, I send home.
Now we are using $1,000 just in the circumstance, because we are looking at. I'm not sure there's an ESL teacher who earns $1,000. I'm not sure. I am not sure.
Yeah.
I know more than, but we are using $10,000 to make it. I mean, the lowest or yes.
Yeah. So most especially they send their monies back home.
Do you know, I know a teacher who is here who still asks money to be sent from Ghana to him.
Do you know that even in Vietnam, the cost of living is very low? So it's even a country that you shouldn't be much pressured in terms of finding money or saving. Okay. Because it's you gain $1,000 and even $200 can just
take care of you
the whole month.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
Even if you are not saving, let's say I'm saving $300. Even if I'm saving $300, in 2 years I'm supposed to get like $4,000.
Wow! If I'm saving $300 is let's convert $300 to VND around so $300 is 7.5 million VND.
Yeah, VND.
Okay.
Yes. So when you are doing that for 40 months, when you are saving $300 for 40 months, you are going to get like 300 million VND.
Wow. Hey, what is happening to our money?
So why is the 100 million?
Wow.
Like 100 million, like 2 years.
Zero.
Meaning the monies are passing somewhere. I am going to break it.
Okay.
The monies are going somewhere. And one of the most important thing where the money goes, women. Women.
You mean ESL teachers are womanizing?
No, I'm not saying I'm not saying they are humanized. No. But do you know, let me tell you from experience. Anytime I get closer to a girl, I lose monies.
How?
Yes. Because
Are Vietnamese ladies expensive?
very, very expensive. Very expensive. You know,
But we said that ladies abroad are cheap. Even some of them, they can even be giving you money.
there's a place called Hoang Kiem.
Yes, one Kim Lake.
Hoang Kiem Lake. There are ladies there. There are Vietnamese ladies there. Do you know that when a Vietnamese lady, you chat the Vietnamese lady and she tells you, oh, let's meet and have a coffee. Let's meet and have a drink. And you are naive. You are a new person in town. Then you just go, oh, we are just going to have a drink. You go there. She will show you, let's go to my friend's club. You understand? Let's go and have a drink there. You even tell her, oh, I have a club here. She will sit down and say, no, I'm not going to your club. Let's go to my club. And when you go there, you realize that one drink can cost you even like 10 million.
Wow.
So I was like, I'm talking from experience. You understand? So Vietnamese ladies are really expensive.
So you mean they set you up?
Yes. It's just a kind of, I don't know, it can be a prank or it can
It's a
be...
setup. Like you see lady you like, you say they meet in the club. Because I've
Yeah.
heard that story in one of our WhatsApp groups,
Yeah.
one of our Zalo groups. A guy who was coming and met ladies and he said, oh, let's go have fun.
Yeah.
And you go and because they are taking you there, they have a commission on everything you buy.
Yeah.
They tell the sellers to increase the price
Yeah.
to a certain amount.
Yeah.
So the mentality is that they are taking from you.
Yeah. So assuming I'm an ESL teacher, then the whole week I did maybe an hours of, let's say I did 5 hours, or let's say I did 20 hours.
You just say you just use your $1,000
Yeah.
flat.
Yeah,
And you
I
go
mean
spend
the
like-
week.
Yes,
For the
okay.
week, because the week is you go to club.
Okay.
Let's say I did 20 hours and got, let's say, around 5 million. Then during the weekend I'm going to club. Then you go and spend 3 million. Oh, you see, that's where the money are going. If you are the type that you like girls too much,
Your money will go there.
Your money will go there.
And Vietnamese ladies
money
are
should
not
go
ladies
there.
that you can be going out with them and not spend.
no.
They believe
Yeah.
in culture, tradition.
Yeah.
If you go out with a Vietnamese lady, she expects you to take care of her and the family.
Yes, because the issue is you are a foreigner. She has she has Vietnamese she can date.
Why
So
is she
give
dating you?
her a reason why she should come and date
dating you.
you.
Wow.
Why should I come and date a black person? Then my friends are saying you are dating a black person, whilst
don't
I'm
have
not
money.
getting it, you don't have money. What's the like? It doesn't make sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And you know, before a Vietnamese lady even falls for you, they really scrutinize you.
Yeah.
Like they will check and realize that,
Yeah.
are you working? How much are you making a
Yeah.
week? Like they want
Yeah.
to even look at your contract. They see that
Yeah.
you have money in your
Yeah.
pocket.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons why people are broke is that they are spending on Vietnamese women.
Yeah, and not only Vietnamese women, that one is
spending
one
on
point.
women.
Yeah,
Okay.
and poor spending habits.
Okay,
You
poor
understand?
spending habits.
Poor spending. Some people are living in a 3.5 million, even 6 million apartments every month.
Okay, so let's not confuse it. Now we are now poor spending habits.
Yes.
You know, one of the things that makes us spend more is when you have the spending app. When you have the app to pay. My friend Lucius will tell me that, hey, Aze, if I have the app, I just buy anything I see. I go to the mall, I just buy and I'll be scanning.
By the time you realize it's just good,
And you know,
just
it's very true.
Yeah, it's
when I didn't have the app,
Yeah.
I measured, because every month I'll just go and withdraw, like, let's say 2 million or let's say 1 million.
Yeah.
But when I have the app, I go out and I even don't care. Even things you don't need, you'll be buying.
Yeah.
Bang, you be scanning.
Yeah.
Money is your
Unlike
phone.
Africa, that when you are supposed to send money from your bank account, it will take you like, let's say, 5 minutes to 10 minutes.
You have to go and withdraw.
You have
cash
to withdraw.
before you buy. So
Yeah.
you need to plan
Yes.
with the cash
They
before
don't-
you go.
Yeah. How many even stores? How many stores in Africa use bank transfer?
No, that's very complicated.
But here, directly from your bank, you'll be spending.
On your phone, once you have
On
your
your
phone, and your phone, you are watching TV, you are doing everything. So
Yeah, going.
So
yeah.
poor spending habits and spending on women. Let me make another point. Now, the next point I think ESL teachers in Vietnam are broke is that one. A lot of people want to send their money back home.
Yeah, building.
A lot of people send their money. No, not building. If a building is a complete different thing, but they spend their money back home because, you know, back in China, China, a lot of Africans didn't have teaching license. They didn't have license to teach. And so you could be arrested at any time. So the little money you make, you should take it back home.
Yeah.
So that even when you are arrested, you still have some money back home. People were, China, you will just go out today, they will see you, they will arrest you, and you'll be sent back. But Vietnam, it's not like that. Vietnam, you are being given what we call it, a TLC and a work permit to work and teach legally. The same way, if you want to open a bank account, you should be legal to open a bank account in Vietnam. And once you have your papers, your TLC, you don't have any problem with the banks. But because of the China mentality, a lot of ESL teachers think that the same thing can happen here because it's all Asia. And so the moment people receive their money, they spend it, they send it back home. And you know, when you send your money back home, definitely the exchange rate, your money will reduce, your money will drop, and when you still send it, now people send it and getting the money back home is a problem. And if you get into trouble, you have no money to take care of yourself. And when people have spent the little they have with them, now they don't have money to take care of themselves, and they'll start borrowing. So that is one of the reasons why ESL teachers are broke.
Adding to it, Vietnam banks are not like that. They are not going to take your money. When they think they need their bank account, they will say, take your money. Go. Give us our bank account. They are not going to take your money for anything. So, and one thing is this exchange rate issues. You know, it's better to save.
Let's take a lot to that one. So with that one, I once had an issue with one of the banks. I mean, they blocked my account. Yeah, they blocked it, but later they made me withdraw my money. And I think the same with Lucius. Lucius had the same experience with that same bank that I can mention. The bank is VID. I won't hide it. The bank is VID. They told me they can't work with foreigners. They told me that because maybe they suspect, I don't know what. They did the same to Lucius. So they allowed Lucius to go withdraw all his money. The same. They allowed me to go and withdraw. They never took my money. But there's also a misconception that we're being thrown out sometimes. Like even if you have money, 200 million VND in Vietnam, they can block your account. I can say that it's not true. It's not correct. I mean, it's not correct. It's not true. I mean, unless maybe you are dealing in illegal stuff. Because with Vietnam banks, they are very alert. If they realize there's some unnecessary transfers going in and out of your bank account, if they suspect any malicious something, they will block your account. But your money will still be there for you to take, unless maybe they suspect you of crime. I mean, a lot of things.
I know someone who is a Filipino. Also, the money got blocked, and up to now she has not gotten the money. But it's not because the bank is keeping the money. But the bank is telling her, bring this document, bring this. If you're able to prove, you just take your money.
It means they suspect you. And let me be honest with you. A lot of these Asian countries are suspecting some of this fraud going around. You know, when you go to Cambodia, like I said in one of my videos, blacks there are essentially being forced to scam. And so I think Vietnamese are trying their best to kick that mentality from enslaving their country or being tagged to this scam thing. So the little you do, they will block your account. There's been an incident where a friend took my bank account from China to pay for something, and within minutes they blocked their account. But I went to the bank and they made me take my money. They closed their account. Now you are going to the exchange rate.
So on this note, the solution is one thing I'll tell you is it's better to save in VND or USD than to save in my currency, cedis or naira or any currency in Africa. Yes.
You are saying it's better to save your money has got value in VND than being in cedis.
Yes. If you were a trader, you know what I'm talking about. And if you're a business person, if you have financial intelligence, you know what I'm talking about. Maybe it can be another topic for another time. But the issue is I want to tell you, when you save your money in USD or in VND, it's better.
I think we will do another podcast because this guy trades. He's a trader. We will do another podcast where I'll make you explain because we have so many complications. You know, so many people think that
the currency, the VND currency is low.
It's lower than the cities or the naira. Others think that, you know, and there is some exchange rate and, you know, a whole lot of. So I think we'll do a whole topic on that. We'll talk about that. So you are saying that it's better to save your money in VND
or in US dollars than in cedis or
in VND or US dollars than in cedis.
Than in cedis or GHS. It's better to save it. To save your money from, because if you don't save in proper currency, your money can be there and it will
depreciate.
Your money is in the bank, but you are spending. because
Okay.
you know what I'm talking about.
But VND doesn't depreciate.
VND, Vietnam's economy is one of the best economy I've known as a trader.
Okay.
And as a business person, the Vietnam's economy is very good because over the past 10 years, the US dollar has been increasing in Vietnam for just like 17%.
Oh, I don't know.
In Ghana, it has been increasing for like 300 and something percent. I'm telling you fact. And in Nigeria, like 700 and something percent.
Wow.
So it's very strong. The economy is very strong to the sense that it's not the US dollar is not beating it that high, that much. It's US dollar
like
is
the way it is
dominant.
thriving on the naira, the cedis, the
US dollar is dominant the whole world.
Okay.
You understand? But it's beating every currency, even the Chinese yuan is beating, but it's not the rate at which it's beating is very small.
Wow.
It's
Guys, do you agree with him? Honestly, I'm not into the I don't know.
Yeah,
honestly.
we will talk about
but if you agree, comment in the comment section. If you don't agree to leave in the comment section. But we'll make a topic and talk about that. He will explain because he's a trader and he's always watching the dollars on his phone like this. So I will give him time to explain that. But let me know what you think about that. Now the next point I think is making ESL teachers broke is living in the urban centers. Or living in the big cities. Like living in Tehol, living in Hote, living in Hadong. Now, there are a number of teachers who choose to live in these cities because they want to have a flashy lifestyle. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if your school is there, if your center is there and you are living there, it's okay. But if you are living there, because the reason is that if you are there, everything is expensive. What you can buy in my area for 30,000, you buy it there for 50,000.
And Tehol is one of the places that enjoyment is full of.
Exactly, full of enjoy. If you go to if you go to Old Quarters, oh my God, I mean they don't sleep, you know. So
there is even a place in Tehol, I don't know, last stop or something like that.
Last stop.
Sure. It's full of enjoyment. So
if like you have no reason staying in an urban center, come to join us in the rural areas. We will make money in the village and go spend it in town. Yes, we make money in the village.
And we come and spend it in town.
We have the big men out there. I mean, we are the spenders out there. Because here everything is cheap in the village. Everything is, and we have everything we want. Like it's not like village where
like we have an evidence of someone renting a house in the village side, a whole house, 3 million, or 3.5 million, a whole house, 3.5. But in Tehol you get a room for 3.5 million. 4 million.
In Tehol a room is 5 million.
You see,
that is when you decide. Then another point is, if you decide to rent, to choose where you rent according to how much you are being paid. Now, in as much as renting or living in Hanoi is very expensive, there are places where you can live and you can pay affordable rent. Like you can pay like 3 million. Is there? Even sometimes, I think 3 million is the least you can pay. Like a studio apartment, a studio with everything you need, a bed, everything, the TV, everything you need. But in that same place, you can be living in places that are super expensive, like living in let me mention some like Vin City, like living in all these places. I don't know, the name has just escaped me. But there are big places like, and those places, let me be honest, if you stay in those places, you have your peace of mind. Let me be very honest with you. Like, I mean, everything is working, light is working, like they have a whole community on their own, like like everything is you live a comfortable life. I'm saying don't live there because if you are somebody who is being paid 300,000 VND per 1 hour, how much will you make to live in such places? But hey, I know people are living there. I know it's so expensive, but I'm talking of people who don't make enough money to make payment. You can still find accommodation in Hanoi which is cheaper than paying 5 million. Or better still, you can still share your room with other people. Room sharing is one of the not like if you have there are people who have you rent a house, the whole house is like 5 million, 6 million. You can share with a colleague sharing the same hall and then maybe having different rooms. And you share with a colleague.
But somebody will be like me, I don't want to share. I don't know my person.
And you are keeping 2 rooms for yourself. No, I know people. No, you know the Nekwa. The Nekwa is a very good friend. The Nekwa once was even sharing room with a friend. I don't want to create any unnecessary stuff, but she was, and it was a nice apartment, very beautiful. Those of you who want to watch, check my channel. We have video review on the Nekwa's apartment, like 2 rooms. You can share with somebody and be paying 3 million each, so that you
Yeah.
can cut down on the cost
Yeah.
instead of having a whole apartment for yourself and 2 rooms, 3 rooms, and you are paying 8 million VND. You are paying $500 all of you. When you can just split the amount. So that is one of the reasons to live in such places.
Yeah. And you know, there are other solutions to as well that you can do. Don't spend more than your income. You shouldn't be spending more than your income. If you think your income is like $1,000, or some, you know, there are some ESL teachers whom we think they are getting 1,000, but they're not really getting 1,000.
Okay.
Some are getting like $500. $500 still is worth it in Vietnam. It's still worth it in Vietnam. You can still make some savings. But someone will be getting $500 and is spending like $400 in that whole month. You understand? Giving some to women, giving some to go to club, buy drink. At least, I'm not saying you shouldn't go to club and have fun, but check your pocket before you take an action. Just spend what you, if this is your cut, you spend up to this point, just end it. Don't go further, or else you become broke. And also, you should be investing your money. You shouldn't be working and be saving only. You should invest your money in some avenues. You know, you can be earning extra income somewhere else. Yes, in Vietnam, maybe one day we will talk about businesses in Vietnam, because they are serious. When I came here, let me share this experience. When I came here, I was not working as an ESL teacher. I was not getting job. And during that period, I picked a huge sum of money. Then I invested into someone's hotel. You understand? Yes. So I bought the whole hostel.
Wow.
Yes. Then people were coming in. Then I'll take my commission. People were coming in. Then I take my commission. So I don't bother going to check whether someone is coming inside or not. When I hear there's someone there, he will just record my commissions and send it to me.
So what you were doing was that if the amount was, let's say, 200K, or they were paying 100K for the hostels, you paid for it for what, a month, 2 months?
I told the hostel that I'm going to rent the whole hostel.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a smart move.
Yes. Whether he's going to get somebody or not, every month I'm going to give him a specific amount.
Okay.
So if the rental was like, let's say, around 100K VND per day, he brought it all the way to 50.
Wow.
VND.
And you paid.
And I paid everything.
And now you were selling out to people.
I was selling it out.
At the amount you want.
Yes.
What a crazy idea.
So I was selling it like 100K, 120,
Wow,
100K, 100. And I was
smart.
making profits.
Wow,
So within a month, I always double the money. A
Wow.
month, I don't pay electricity. He pays everything.
Wow.
And I didn't go and register the hotel in my name. It's his own.
This
hotel.
is like a small way of doing business.
Yeah,
Man, I gotta try this.
Yeah, it's just
Smart.
a business thing.
Wow.
So you can be earning money 1,000, but you can be doubling it.
Wow.
You can just be multiplying it by 2, by 3 every month.
And there are equal good things that you can also do. Like, for instance, most of our leaders, our ladies here, also sell food.
Yeah.
Because it's very difficult to get African food in Vietnam. I know of what are the names? The names are not coming on. I know of
Vicky.
Winnie. I know of Vicky. There's another lady who sells Gakenke in Kanokon.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. The name, I don't know. I'm not familiar with the name. There's another lady who sells. And there are a lot of people who sell food, like ST all the way in Ho Chi Minh.
Yeah.
And so that's also another smart way of, making money, extra money.
Yeah.
And most of the guys are barbers. Like they shave. They can shave.
They shave.
And I think there were others sell hair. They buy and sell. Others do buy from China and sell. These are all avenues to make money and add up to your ESL money, you know, so that you can always be on top. So that's also one of the ways to increase, maximize your profit in Vietnam. If you are living in the big cities, stay home. Do you know we have people living in Tehol who have rented apartment and still go to the cities to teach every week and come and live in only Saturdays and Sundays.
So they teach in the countryside.
They teach in the countryside because they don't have public school in Tehol in Ho Tay.
Okay.
So but they were living in Tehol and they have their accommodation there where they are paying monthly, and they travel every Sunday to the countryside to teach for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. No, sometimes Friday. And they rent another accommodation there.
Then it's just there.
And the house is there because on weekends they will come and live in your house, club, have fun, and on weekdays go back, and they are paying double accommodation for both apartment or both rooms.
Yeah, you know, it's good. It's good to live a flashy lifestyle, even when you are earning money. It's good to eat or enjoy the fruit of your labor. It's very good. No one is saying it's bad. But in as much as you are doing that, make sure that you still have an emergency. You shouldn't be going around to ask people for loan. You still have an emergency.
So he's saying that if you live that life, don't be asking people for loans.
Yeah.
Better still, the solution is that if you think you are going to spend more time in the countryside, why don't you join us in the countryside? We are in the countryside. Come find a place in the countryside. Stay, live. Houses are very affordable. Even 1 million is too expensive. 3 million, you can get a whole house with about 5 or 4 rooms in the countryside. Just that they are not beautiful like Achabo's house in the city or those beautiful houses. But you can get. So if you are spending majority or most of your time in the countryside, come live in the countryside.
Yeah.
Weekends, you can go be in a hotel or be with your friend, or maybe go to a hostel, which is very cheap.
Yeah.
In Hanoi, have fun, and you are good to go instead of renting 2 rooms. Yeah. So that's one solution for you.
Yeah. The countryside is good. You know, you can get a room in countryside for 1 million VND for every month, and you are not paying anything. Even some of the schools in the countryside, they give you a free accommodation, so the money comes all into your bank account. So it's good to do that. And spending more than your income, you see, I'm still I'm stressing on this one because people like to spend more than their income. But I still know people who don't live a flashy lifestyle, but they are still broke.
Wow. How?
I'm surprised. You don't live you are saving. But I discovered a secret, and the secret was like some of them are married with kids.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, when you are broke and single, it's hard. But when you are broke and married, it's harder. But when you are broke and married with kids, it's the hardest. You will not be enjoying the suffering alone. Oh. Now it hits you harder. The life hits you harder. You know, when I'm single and I'm broke, that one is hard. I know everybody knows it's hard.
Single and free.
Single and free.
To eat your gari and
sleep. And sleep. But I'm single and married. It's hitting me harder because I still have somebody to sponsor. Then now, not only married, I still have kids inside. 3. So now life hits me harder.
But can that be prevented? I mean, is there a way to prevent that? There's no way, right? You still have to send money to your wife and whether you have or not, or whether if you are earning even $2,000 or $200, you still have to send. So that is a natural cost, right? Can something be done about it?
There's something like I call something learn or perish, or you just perish before you learn. You understand? There's prevention than you curing it. The prevention is you shouldn't venture into marriage before you travel or you start to make plans of hustling. You understand? You shouldn't marry in your hustle life. You can marry after you've gotten enough.
But that is a whole. I mean, I don't want to advise people.
It's just a whole.
Because anybody who comes here, I mean, the person has lived his life before.
So the prevention didn't come.
Maybe you were just fortunate you are not married now.
So it looks as
but
if.
A lot of guys
so right now, there's no cure. It's just like the prevention didn't come before.
So that one we can't do anything about it.
We can't do anything.
So if you are married or not.
So you see people saving.
One thing we can prevent is there are people who also travel to Vietnam, or let's say travel even abroad, and within their first 1 year of suffering, they still decide to build back home. That's weird and crazy. You come to Vietnam in your first 1 year, maybe you haven't even paid off your debt, or even if you have paid off your debt, you are not stable. Like you don't know even if the job you are even doing is going to be stable. Whether you're going to be kicked out. And then in your first 5 months or 6 months or 1 year, you start building back. Meanwhile, building, there's something about investment. They say building is when you put money into building, that money doesn't return back. So you should houses are liabilities.
Yes, they are not. Anything liability is something which takes money from you and doesn't bring money into your pocket. So when you build, the money goes, and the house is not going to bring money into your pocket. It can only bring money into your pocket when you sell it off.
And such people, I mean, such buildings are mostly abandoned.
Yeah.
And you, the person, you also get broke.
Yeah. Yeah.
So better still. So what is the advice? The advice is that
Yeah.
make sure that at least you know your way forward.
Yeah.
You know that, okay, now I have I've worked for 2 years.
Yeah.
I've saved $1 billion. I've saved like $10,000.
Yeah.
Now I can decide not to touch 500.
Yeah.
I don't need that money.
Yeah.
So instead of maybe spending, let me start a project
Yeah.
with it,
Yeah.
and then the $5,000 is mine. I can
Yeah.
spend it.
Yeah.
Then now you can start your building
Yeah.
or whatever you want
Yeah.
to. Instead
Yeah.
of just in your hustling time, you want to build.
Yeah.
Like, who does that?
Yeah. So that is, I even have a 5 years period for any traveler.
Okay.
When you travel for the first time, the first 1 year, I always call it like you are just using it to settle.
Okay.
You understand? So any money is coming from that year, it's just for settlement. You understand? You don't have to even send money back home. Tell them you are now working on your documents.
Yeah, that's correct.
You
That's correct.
understand?
And that's also another
First one,
point.
yeah.
People come and in their first
They bill
1
you.
year, they are starting sending money to
Send
my
money
mother,
to-
sending money to my sister, sending money to my auntie.
Tell them you are now working on your documents. Don't send money to them. You understand? For even that is also one thing. You know, the Western ESL teachers, their mothers and their fathers are not their priority.
Because they live a kind of a nuclear family system.
Yes.
We live an extended family system.
Yeah, but here, your sister will come bill you, your mother will bill you, your father will bill you. Everybody is billing you because my son has traveled.
And the irony of the whole matter is, if you send them this month and you don't send them next month,
Yeah.
all that you send them last
Yeah.
month is waste.
Yes.
They will start labeling you a bad person.
Yeah. Yeah.
So why don't you? Okay, go on.
But for the first year, you don't have to send money home. But there is a problem with those married. They can't
The
watch
married
their kids suffer.
Because you can't.
There's a
If you
pro-
are
you
married
can't.
and you have kids,
Yes.
that one is your responsibility.
Yeah, you can't.
That one is your responsibility.
It's your responsibility.
So that one, even if it's just $100, you have to divide and
you have
send
to divide
the
it,
portion.
yeah.
But what we are talking of
The
is
parents.
your parents, your mother, your father,
Yeah.
your sister. They can
Forget-
survive without you. Unless
Yeah.
they will never die.
Your father will take care of your
They
his
will.
wife.
They will survive without you.
Yes.
Don't think that because you if you don't send them money, they can't survive. No,
I
they can survive without you.
I think your father.
What
will
if
take,
you die?
I think your father will take care of his wife.
Exactly.
So you take care of your wife.
And let me say that we don't have all the wisdom, or we are not advising.
no,
We're just sharing our opinion.
Yeah.
You can take it or leave it.
Yeah, you
and
can
our
take it.
videos are basically for people who are starting
Yeah,
in
who are
Vietnam
starting,
and who may need some of these points.
Yeah.
So if you're already established, sorry, but at this point you can decide to take it or just trash it.
So your first 1
And
year.
so guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like and share this video to people you think may need this video.
Yeah.
So your first 1 year,
It's just for settlement.
so
Just
never travel for 1 year and start sending money back home.
Yeah. Because you can come for 1 year. 1 year you are not getting a job. Go for visa. Come. Then you are not getting job. You are paying loans. You are doing that. 1 year, full 1 year. Just use it like you didn't get anything. Even if you got something, just
Keep
pretend
it.
that keep it.
Save it.
You didn't get anything. Then the second 1 year you start saving. Even that second year is not supposed to build house. You are not supposed to build house. Your third year, then you now be looking at home.
When you feel now you have some $10,000 saved,
I
now
can
you have a stable job,
Yes.
now you have
Yes.
your accommodation, you have
Yes.
your bag, you
Yes.
have a long-term visa.
Yes. Then you start maybe throwing some monies to build home. If your focus is just go back to your country and stay, then you start be throwing monies home. Then me for instance, my financial advice is not even focused on your third year even building home.
Okay.
Yes, you just build and build and build, be compounding the money.
Okay.
Just be multiplying the money. Just be multiplying it. If you get like $100,000, no one will even tell you to buy a house. You will not build, you buy. I will just come, hello, I want to buy a house. How much? 50,000, take it. That's all.
So the point is that in your first year after traveling to Vietnam or any other foreign country, stop sending money
monies
back home and stop starting your buildings.
Yeah.
Building a house,
Immediately.
building this, building
Yeah.
that in your first 1 year.
Yeah.
Avoid all of these things, else you
Yeah.
will go
Very
broke.
broke. Yeah, very broke. Very broke. Very broke. So I think.
So guys,
A
that's
word
all
to the wise
for
is
yes.
always in-
A word to the wise is
enough.
It's in Ho Chi Minh. It's in Ho Chi Minh. It's in
enough.
Ho Chi Minh. So guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the videos. Sharing and liking the videos tell us that you like the videos, that we should do more. If we don't do that, we also don't get motivated to do it. That's all that we get from this video. So guys, thanks for watching, and I hope we put some Sense. Is that not an insult? I hope we reminded you of something.
Yeah,
Just to do things right.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. It's a bye.
Bye bye.